Everything straight.
Yo, what up? We are back with another episode of Only the Huddle podcast. Today, we're going to talk about the mid-season grades. Which one of our players right now is worthy for All-Pro selection? Pro Bowl. Do we have enough fandom for that? We're going to talk about that also on the other side of this. Are we going to talk about the sweep? Maybe. Maybe not. It depends. We're kind of over the blue people for real, for real. So we'll see what we got on the other side of this. I know it looks like Ceelo is at a hotel, but he disappeared. I don't know exactly where he is. But Breeze, what's good, man?
What's good?
Oh, there you go.
Good. Is he back? Is he still
He
frozen?
trying to slide around the camera. Welcome back to Owning the Huddle podcast. Brother Deuce is here. He's here to defend his O-line. I'm getting sick and tired of you dudes and his fan base talking about my O-line. We gonna have. Oh man, my bad, bro. Like the NFL or I don't know who it is. They hating, bro. Like we got technical difficulties all over the place. Supposed to start at 30 minutes ago. Oh man,
but we
Mike all
here.
messed up. Yes, but we are here. Nick, what is good, Nick? What is good, Miss Janet? Hola, how
Hey,
are
T.
thou? Breeze, what's good, Breeze?
Yo, what's happening with it, family? How y'all feeling?
Feeling all
Tired.
right, man. What you feeling like, DT?
Tired, man.
I feel that.
I was thinking about saying something, but I don't know if I should say it. Look, man. You have a right to vote. Go vote. If you choose to. I guess you should. Yeah, I don't know. Algorithm probably cooked. All right, man.
It will.
Y'all want to talk about the blue people yesterday?
I mean,
I got another name for him, but I can't say it for the sake of your algorithms.
they are literally so far beneath us. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, if y'all want to get into it a little bit, we can. But I'm not even really tripping off of them people, man. You know, kind of just swept that under the rug. See what I did there?
Yeah, for real, man. Like, I think I really don't think Cliff. I mean, he kind of went in his bag a little bit in the first half, but I don't know, man. It's just like we got two big games. I guess you can say Pittsburgh is like a stand-up game. Like, we went against a powerhouse in the AFC, came up short against the Ravens. We have another opportunity to go up against another, quote unquote powerhouse in the AFC. The Pittsburgh Steelers. Mike Tomlin, good coaching over there, good player. So where do we stand in as far as the NFL landscape? And then like 4 days later, 2 games in 5 days, the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC conference, NFC division. We're 1 game up. This game is going to matter a whole lot. So, you might not want to show too much of this game against the Giants because we really should have really blew them out the water, right? So I'm not surprised. I don't really have a whole lot to say about how that game went, to be honest.
I mean, maybe individual moments, but I mean, my biggest takeaway is just they did get killed up front in the run early on, and not so much. I mean, Najee Harris not with Pittsburgh, but definitely with Saquon Barkley on Thursday. But again, not to look too far ahead, but I mean, next week. But yeah, it's still things that we need to tighten up and fix. But I mean, it's football; it's ever changing. But it ain't too much really to discuss from yesterday, in my opinion. In my humble opinion, Jayden is Jayden. Brandon Coleman looked great. Defense tightened up toward the end of the game. It is what it is. Daniel Jones did what Daniel Jones does against the Commanders / Redskins / football team. Um, Pretty much it.
Look at this, yeah. Let me see if y'all can see it. Hold up.
Yeah, I seen that, man. I seen that, man. It's yeah. John Morant different, bro. John Morant.
That NG ain't do nothing to that man. Yeah,
I need John Morant and Anthony Edwards going head to head in the dunk contest. I don't care.
that'll be
Like
fun.
I need
Nick
that.
said his biggest takeaway is BSJ. I don't even feel like. Oh man, Trail says breaking news: a trade will be announced during this live. DT, you got anything you want to talk about with the blue people, man?
Um, Once again, you can call the blue people, but I have another name for them that will be saved because I don't want to mess with your algorithms. But overall, with the game, I kind of knew they were going to be able to run the ball on us because last time we played them, they were able to run the ball on us. I
Hmm.
thought they were going to throw more, I would say, to attack our corners, but they didn't do that in the first half. I think we got saved a little bit. Um, Mixed play calling from the Giants. Offense did what it's supposed to do. I kind of wish we scored more than 6 points in the second half, but improvements will always be there for this team. Um, we swept the Giants, bro. Like it's been a while since we can say that. So, what 2021? That was the last time we swept them, but we actually swept them with Daniel Jones starting at quarterback. So I think that I guess that says something, even though he always go off against us. But yeah, blue people, you're done. But I got a question for you, man. Who has been far more infuriating to the Washington Commanders fan base? Is it the blue people or is it the orange people? Because them boys broken too.
Yeah, they
Orange
broken,
being
bro.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah, the orange
Chicago by
people.
far. Chicago by far. The orange people for sure.
yeah, because the blue people like they don't care, right?
And
They
we're
know.
also like division rivals with them. So there's also a certain level of trash talk, if you will, that you would almost expect because we're supposed to be rivals. But the orange people was just so far to left field, and initially a lot of it was unprovoked. What's good, Jeff? Like a lot of it was unprovoked. They just started coming at us like, bro, we good over here. Like we straight.
Yeah.
Like
What's up, Unc?
talk about somebody with a broken algorithm. The Bears
Oh
algorithm is cooked. I don't know what's
man,
going on.
they down bad, man. They calling the dude he's too short. You know, Justin would have done better. We
Bro, did
should
you
have
see the
just
play
traded.
where DJ
You
Moore
know,
walked off in the middle of the play?
DJ Moore, like your man back there,
DJ
John
was
running
like, bro,
around, back turning
DJ,
around, playing all that hot that blacktop football. DJ Moore just walked right off the field, bro. He walked right off the field. Like that's crazy. He walked right off the field. Your man get injured on the last play of the game. Only one O lineman kind of helped him up. Everybody else just standing around. DJ Moore
Tyron
just gave him a little
Stevenson pulling
shoulder
himself out
shrug.
of practice. Like it's
Then he
yeah,
going on him
man.
about hanging on the Hail Murray laws like all week, like
Yeah, man.
benching
They over there.
Stevenson, like right, and then Stevenson taking himself out of practice, like man, they cook, bro.
They imploding, man. They imploding.
Yeah, is bad, man. But like they trying to do too much with him. I blame Shane Waldron, you know what I'm saying, and Eberflus for allowing them to do it. Like I said, when we was watching them live, man, he's just doing a whole lot pre-snap, like changing plays, walking up to the left, walking up to the right, doing all this. Somebody said he got more yards pre-snap than post-snap.
I mean, he's definitely doing a lot at the line of scrimmage. Like, and it's the majority of it, I think, is real. Like, it's not like a lot of dummy stuff. He's up there calling protections, changing protections, sliding, and checking in and out of stuff, and like there's a lot going on in his pre-snap, let alone what's going on after the play is snap. I mean, after the ball is snapped. Like yeah, they ain't doing him no favors, man.
Yeah. I think for me, I watched the game yesterday. Just so happened to watch it because I was bored. Um,
Hmm.
I I agree with y'all, man. I think I think not only they're doing too much, I think in the simple fact because of how bad the team is, he has to do too much. Like immediately he goes one, two, three, four, instead of just releasing the ball out of his hand. And I think like if he had a if they had an OC that was very similar to Cliff Kingsbury and the stuff they wanted to do, no huddle, a lot of spread and stuff like that, I think they'll be a little bit better than what they supposed to do. But there's still some things that he needs to work on himself, like just me evaluating how he plays. But they got a lot of stuff going on, bro. They got a lot of stuff going on, and the next couple of games, bro, if Drake may outplay him, oh my
I mean,
god.
I think Eberflus is now already on a very short leash as it is. Like his leash, I think he's to the point of like losing the locker room at this point. So I don't know who his number two would be, because I don't care. But yeah, I think he's his leash, especially with um Dennis Allen getting fired earlier today, and like teams now starting to get to that point in the year where it's like, all right, bro, we can go ahead and move on. Mm,
Like I saw a stat, because they was
That's
talking
crazy.
about,
Somebody really said
yeah, yeah, they
Wow.
sick. They said a lot of stuff.
Yo, oh
Um,
my god.
yeah, bro, like
Yeah, these
they saying he can't read the field, he can't see the field. Um, the offense is too complicated. Like they saying a whole rack of stuff. Yeah. Um, they talking about like force feeding DJ. Like I mean, at first they was like they should be force feeding on Doomsday. Then they switched it back to DJ Moore. But when you look at it, them dudes is close in targets and Keenan Allen.
Mhm.
So
I know
they
who
down
else is
But
bad,
this is the
man.
thing.
Cole
They
Komet ain't
tried to
nowhere near that.
use
Cole Komet had
they
all zeros. Man.
they tried to look at some of the simpler things that we do here as a knock. Like
Yeah, they
they
say our
simpler.
offense too simple. It's
Yeah,
too
okay.
collegey.
And like I said, if his first read is open, why not throw it to him? Like if you don't have to, you don't want to get to your fourth and fifth read on a passing play. Like
Exactly.
read one, read
But
two,
the
boom,
crazy
ball
thing
out.
is, you show them that little graph. He's literally better than Caleb going past his first read too. Like that's the crazy part. I don't know, man. Yeah, Trail right. I wasn't expecting him to look this bad, man. Even the play calling is awful. Um, I mean,
Man,
yeah,
let me
that
tell
could
you.
I
be
think
true
there's
too. But
I think there's something to say with that
Drake
too,
May
bro.
looking better.
Drake
Oh,
May look
Knicks.
good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Knicks looking better.
Hold on. I got a bone to pick with him because
Even do he eat
I,
overthrowing people by like 10 feet Sunday?
I'm in the group chat with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Carolina Panther fan die
Yeah, you're
hard.
right, Nick. It made no sense at all, man.
He, he got his own podcast and stuff. And early in this off season, he told me, he wasn't high on Jayden Daniels. Okay, cool. But now I wanted him to turn. I wanted him to turn his feelings. It's like, hey man, Jayden outplaying your expectations, dog. He's like, yeah, that's cool. But I don't think he's gonna win Rookie of the Week. Bo Nix look good against the Panthers.
I mean, everybody look good against the Panthers. If you can't get Rookie of the Week against the
Except the
Panthers,
Saints.
I don't
Except
know. I can't. I don't know. I can't do nothing for you if you can't get Rookie of the Week against the Panthers.
Like, bruh, what are we talking about? And then they propping him up. He goes to Baltimore. He gets 40 dropped on his head. We go to Baltimore. We lose by 7.
It's
It's
sad,
levels
man.
to this.
All right, man. Everybody in the chat, appreciate y'all for coming through.
for sure, for
Um,
sure.
let's go with these mid-season awards, man. Up until this point, we've
Hmm.
played. Wow, we're 7-2, bro.
Yeah, bro.
We've been in football season for 2 months. That's
Bro,
crazy.
hey, Telly, be easy, Telly. Yeah, I think Telly, you trying to size me. I ain't fooling me, Telly. I ain't falling for it. Yeah. You ain't trying to make me think more highly of myself than I ought to. I know that. Yeah, yeah. But like we're at like my floor right now through 9 games. I had us like seven
Yeah,
and nine, and we're literally at my floor right now.
Yeah,
mine as
I think
well.
I said I think I said like 7 or 8 wins before the season. We get seven already through
We got
9 weeks.
seven
It's crazy.
already, huh?
It's crazy.
This is crazy. Yeah, man. So like up until this point, we've played 9 games. We watched a lot of other games. We've seen other players. But we're pretty much gonna do for our own team, man. We're gonna look at who's our best rookie on offense and defense, best offense defensive player, surprise player, biggest impact. The who we believe has been the best coach, positional coaches, draft picks, signings, and which one of these guys can actually be a Pro Bowler, an All Pro as of this point. Now we're not talking about it's going to be definitive, you know what I'm saying, but this is just mid season and how they're playing right now. So what's up, Cody? Appreciate you for
Yep,
stopping
yep.
through. So let's get to it, man. Start with you, DT. Who is the best rookie on offense?
Hmm.
Are we really doing this? Are we really doing this? Look, man, Jayden Daniels is not even a question. This dude is shattered tremendous expectations, not only for himself, but for this franchise. This guy is. Remember that talk we had in the off seasons a couple ago? We were talking about who's a multiplier. Jada Daniels is a multiplier, without a doubt. He's the best rookie, man. It's no question. I'm done.
Yeah, we also asked
I'm
ourselves like, who are our blue chippers?
preseason.
We did. We
Right.
did.
And I mean, we was like, eh. Who you, I'm with you, Trail. Who you got, Breeze? Who's your how, about- how about
um,
how about this? Let's go back. Best offensive rookie outside of Jaden Daniels.
not
Go
named
ahead,
yet. Well, I
DT.
was going. I was going to get to that when we got to
Yeah,
best draft pick total because we
yeah,
had the non Jaden caveat for that selection. But you
yeah,
know, DT, you want to run yours back since he
yeah.
added the
Okay.
non.
Okay.
Run yours back.
What? Yeah. So, with the exception of Jada Daniels, it got to be Brandon Coleman, man. Look, this team has been searching for a tackle since Trent Williams. We drafted Coleman in the third round. A lot of people questioned the pick at first because, they
Mm-hmm.
said he was going to be a guard. A lot of people had to go back and watch the tape, watch some of the games. Had to go
Mm-hmm.
back to 2022, watch it. And then some of them had to turn in consideration injury at camp. But man, look, bro, the more people are just talking, I just knew like, yeah, he might be LT1, bro. He might be our franchise tackle. Like Lewis talked about it. Linnell talked about it. So many guys talked about it, bro. And now you're seeing the fruition of his play. He finally started a whole game without Lucas subbing in, and he gave Brian Burns and Orlari that work. 25 pass reps, zero pressures. Brandon Coleman, bro.
I think
I'm
he had
with you.
one penalty, right? Was that him in the first quarter or first half?
Uh, I can't
I
remember.
don't even remember. He had a penalty.
There was there was a holding call. It was on the left side, but I don't remember if it was him or Allegretti. I remember it was on the
No, it
left
was
side though.
Allegretti on that run. They kept
Okay.
saying Coleman. The broadcasters were saying Coleman, but the ref said 67. And when you saw the play over, you could see Allegretti like pulling the guy close to him.
Tug him. Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, that
Yeah.
was on
Okay.
Allegretti. Who you
Um.
got, Breeze?
I mean, yeah, man. Non JD division, obviously. It's. I mean, Ben Simmons is kind of just now really getting reps. I think offensively, it's got to be Brandon Coleman. Considering he plays a premium position in football, being the left tackle, protecting your rookie quarterback, and he's doing just that. I think was kind of. I've said it on here. We kind of talked about it in previous weeks. I don't think I've ever seen where a team had to. No, excuse me. Where a team chose to rotate tackles for any reason outside of injury or performance. They were choosing to do it because that's what they wanted to do, and it worked. And then, obviously Cornelius Lucas got hurt and wasn't able to play this Sunday, and Brandon Coleman, who returned from a concussion, had to play the whole game on the left side, and he showed that, like, I'm here. Now, obviously, you want to see consistency and you want to see him continue to do that moving forward. But for the game that it was, having to go against two very good defensive ends and outside linebackers, he did very well for himself. And I mean, I haven't seen it like the PFF grades or anything like that, but I believe he was probably the highest graded lineman that we had on Sunday. Um, it's got to be Brandon Coleman to me, outside of Jayden Daniels. Again, given him being a third round pick, kind of didn't know what he was going to be when we got him, and now he's looking like he could be your cornerstone franchise left tackle with a third round pick. Like, it's no debate to me that it's Brandon Coleman. It's for offensive.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
agree. Go ahead, DT.
yeah. Like with the whole tackle rotation thing, it was almost to be like as if, hey, this
Mm-hmm.
guy missed a lot of time in the preseason with the was it a pec injury or shoulder injury? Have we ever got clarification what it was?
Oh yeah, I don't think we ever got it clear. It was this region though, but they never.
Oh yeah, whatever that injury was, he missed a lot
Yeah.
of reps and stuff. It was almost like as if they decided, hey, we're going to do the live reps. That's going to be like your preseason. Like
Right.
Lucas will get majority of these snaps right here. Then you come in. Then they keep going on back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And even like a lot of us were like, hey, they just need to stick with one guy. It has worked for legitimately majority of the season. And it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But now you see finally when he actually has a game where he doesn't come out against a good pass rushing front that was leading the NFL in sacks. Brandon Coleman
Mm.
stepped up to the challenge, and I just been farly impressed, man. Like this offensive line has been very good with Brandon
Yeah.
Coleman.
Yeah. I think as far as the rotation, like one after kind of 2 or 3 weeks, most people were like, "Yo, if it ain't broke, don't fix it." Like it's working. It's weird and it's not a common thing to the. Like, I've never seen it. But it was working. But like I agree with your point, DT, with him dealing with a shoulder pec injury in the preseason and training camp. He missed a lot of valuable reps, like live reps. And they kind of used it as his preseason. I don't know if Cornelius Lucas was healthy. I don't know if the rotation would have continued. But the fact that he
Yeah,
couldn't play and Brandon Coleman was like, "Nah, I'm good. I don't even need it no more." Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's cool because now Lucas can play both sides, which we know he's able to do anyway. Because we've seen that Trent Scott is a little bit of a drop off, so you kind of get Lucas back being your swing tackle versus just rotating in with Brandon Coleman.
CJ.
So, like, let's run down these draft picks right quick. Actually, let's do defensive rookie of the year. We're gonna come back to Trail. Yeah, we're gonna talk about this too. What's up, Mitch? 7-2, man. It's
Yup.
crazy. Ray.
Ray.
That was amazing clothing at this point. Yeah, man. OG Bobby Johnson's been balling for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me too. I think we all go Coleman. I think most of us go Coleman. I think even though Snacks gets he gets a lot of burn, he contributes a lot, especially in the running game and different formations he can be in. He got the call Sunday with the play action, and he was the first read. That kind of looked like the same play that was called when Marcus Montana was in the game. Play action to that side, and he hit
The
Snacks.
touchdown.
Uh, yeah, so it
I would
looks like
actually
he
go with Lucas, my number two. My number two rookie of the year for offense. If we were ranking them, I would put Luke over.
Yeah, I mean, because it's really kind of
Snake.
empty, right? It's not
Yeah.
like they are,
Yeah.
but they are playing and they are contributing. They are out there on the field.
Right.
So yes. As far as on the defensive side, um, like I gotta go Sans Drill for me. Like I think him struggling early helped him. Like he rebounded. He didn't sulk. He didn't like he got better. He got better each week. to now you can tell like his confidence is high. And that's one of the things that you need the most playing cornerback is confidence. And he has that. Like even the mic'd up and just seeing him on the field, you can see he be talking, he be yapping. You know what I'm saying? So the confidence is there. He's playing well. And for me, like it's him hands down. What you got, Breeze?
So to this point in the season, yeah, Mike Sammers still is my defensive rookie of the year. I do believe that as we go deeper into the season, Johnny Newton may come on and kind of surpass him a little bit, especially with Jonathan Allen now hurt, so him taking a step up in the rotation with Fedarian and Fedarian Mathis just got hurt too, so he's going to probably play more than he's been playing. But right now, I think it's Sammers still hands down. Um, Especially when you look at him coming in as he was drafted to be a slot corner and basically had to get moved outside because they just weren't good enough out there. And he went out there and he struggled his first few games. I think his first game out there was with Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. And then like ever since then, he learned at one point he was I think tied for most touchdowns given up in the league at corner, and ever since then he kind of buckled in and strapped in, and he's been lights out. You know what I mean? Got interceptions on Lamar Jackson. He's more than willing and wanting to come up and play in the run game and hit people and tackle. Like he's there to the point now. Most of us are like, yo, if they want to keep him out there, let him stay out there. Like that. That's fine. He holding his own. Like he's not afraid of any. No moment is too big for him. He's taking the number one receiver in a lot of these games for these teams, and they haven't really produced as much. It's Sam still for me. We might have lucked into finding an outside cornerback on accident. Like you never know.
And his first game doing that was against one of the best wide
Jam-
receivers in the league,
Jamar Chase,
literally.
yeah.
Um,
Like you know what I'm saying.
look, look,
So
look, look at this guy right here. Look at this guy. Look at this trail guy. Man. Who you got, DT?
Yeah, I'm going with y'all. Mikey is definitely defensive rookie of the year on this team. He definitely started off slow. I think it was because like someone had made a great point. I think it was Ceelo in one of the chats said, like when we had Kendall Fuller, he definitely struggled in the slot in his first year. But once he started to gain confidence, you started to see him ball out. I think that was the same thing for Mikey. Starting out in the slot, he had to gain some confidence a little bit. He was getting picked on. But then the simple fact that like now that they putting him outside, like Bree is saying, because we really don't. We've been saying it all summer. We don't have a CB1 on this team currently, and the simple fact that he's playing out of position and holding his own, we see him being physical at point of attack against the run game. We see him making key tackles on third and situational down. We see him coming with the interception in Baltimore to flip the scales the first quarter of the game. He has stepped up. The more growth in this defense, the more he has learned, the more he has played, the better he has got. But I also do feel like the best defensive performance we've seen as a rookie was Newton against the Bears. And, obviously he's the guy that was drafted in the second round. He was supposed to be a first rounder, top 15 player overall. If he starts to gain confidence as well, especially with the absence of Jonathan Allen and probably other defensive linemen, I think at the end of the season, he could be defensive rookie of the year for the Washington Commanders.
yeah,
Yeah, and I
I
know
agree.
like a lot of people's kind of saying, the end of the year, it might be Johnny Newton, which can be the case. Like he's getting more snaps. He started the year off injured. He seems to got his endurance up. So we'll see. But as far as Sangster is concerned, if he can get him if he can flip the field a couple times and continue to play and be aggressive in the run game and the pass game, he might definitely run away with it as far as this team is concerned.
Yeah, I think, and this is not meant
What
to
up,
be a
Rob?
knock on Emmanuel Forbes at all. This is not meant to be a knock on him. But I think Mike Sainristil, in a lot of ways, is what excuse me is what we thought we were getting in Emmanuel, or what Emmanuel Forbes kind of thought he was going to be in the NFL. Like Emmanuel Forbes is not scared of anything. He's just kind of doesn't have all the physical attributes to do what he wants to do. Whereas Mikey Sanders still kind of does. He's heavier. He's a little stronger, not as tall, but like I said, there's no moment. There's yet to be a moment that was too big for him. And understanding the cornerback position, part of your job is getting beat. Like you're going to give up points at some point, and for him, you know, where some guys get scored on, their confidence plummets. Like Sam's still like, all right, cool, I'll get it back next time. You know what I mean? Like it's he in a lot of ways he thinks like a veteran. He acts like a veteran when he's on the field in a lot of ways, and I think that adds to his play on the field.
Um, yeah, man. Like he's I think Ben Standing mentioned it first. I think he had a like an open forum spaces type thing on the Athletic, and he mentioned that Forbes is like they have put Forbes' name out there for trade. Josina Anderson came out a little while after that and said the same thing. So they might. I mean, what do you all think you can get for 13?
A double quarter pounder.
But you know what, Trail? He did that in the who do we play before the Bears? Um
The Panthers. Did he do the Panthers game?
Panthers. Yeah. Cause like he whiffed on the tackle. And I was like, look at this dude Forbes. And the very next play, he got the pick.
Mm.
The very next play, he got the interception. It was on the sideline. He kind of did the little whiff thing. But the very next play, he got the interception. But this time, he did that. He didn't get an interception, and that was the last. I think he played like a couple more snaps after that, and we ain't see him no more, and we might not see him anymore in a Commander's jersey, which is wild. But all right, so let's go back to here. No, definitely not there.
So much stuff about Florida.
Let's try. Let's
Yeah.
see here. Let's go through these draft picks as we talk about these rookies, right? Jayden Daniels, we know who he is, heavy contributor. Jazon Newton, starter, heavy contributor. Um Mike Sanderstrell, heavy contributor,
Starter.
starter, right? Um Ben Sinnott, like he contributes, heavy contributor. He doesn't stop, but he gets a lot of work on offense and specials, right? Brandon Coleman, he started the year off injured. He was up to half and half reps. He just played his full game by himself, zero pressure, zero sacks against Brian Burns and Olajiri, which are both, I think, both have +5 sacks on the year. I think Olajiri has 6. He kept them to no pressures, no sacks. And they did move Brian Burns over there too. I didn't think they would, but they did. They had him over there too. He worked both of them. For a third round, because that was the second round, right? Third round, we have
Well, Center was third round, but yeah.
no Senate was third round. Yeah, it was Jerzon.
No,
It
Senate
was
was second.
Newton. Yeah, it was
You sure?
Newton, Sandra Strauss,
We had 3 second round
Sanat.
picks.
Yeah,
Oh,
Sanat. And then in the third, it was
Coleman,
Coleman and Luke.
McCaffrey.
Coleman, Luke.
Yep.
Yeah,
My
Cam.
bad.
Yep, Coleman and Luke. Right, and you got Luke, heavy contributor on offense out there. Right, those are the first 3 rounds. All of those guys are heavy contributors. Every last one of them plays a ton. Right, like we could talk about their production, blah blah blah, but all of them play a time. All of them have heavy roles. All of them are excelling at the roles they're asked to do. Like you can be upset with Senate and Luke, Luke with the separation, all those different things, but it's not like what's right before them is not working. Right. If
Right.
my first, second, and third, my first and second progression is getting open, I'm going to throw to them first because that's part of the progression, even though Luke is getting open. Right. With Snats, Zach Ertz is playing great. I didn't think he played as well as he's playing. I thought Senate would be kind of moving into that role, but Ertz is playing good. He's playing great. And what Senate is being asked to do, he's excelling at it, right? Which is blocking, you know, doubles, chipping, all that different type of stuff. He's excelling at it. Over the last 3 games, 3 targets, 3 catches, touchdown, and a first down. So
And to that point, I also think Senate kind of Luke may have a little more in his development to go. I think Senate does too. I think Senate does project as a starter long term. Down the road, Luke may not be more than a slot guy. Like,
but that's a
hopefully you
starter in
kind of
today's
upgrade.
NFL, though.
Yeah, but
You know what I'm
yeah, you're
saying?
right. But I'm just thinking that
Yeah.
the plan is to kind of upgrade the receiver core around Terry, and if you upgrade that, then Luke kind of drops a little bit. If you keep a Noah Brown, or you find a usage for De'Ami Brown to kind of keep some of those guys around,
Hmm.
but still find a way to upgrade, Luke kind of levels out a little bit
Depending on where they
in that
go.
order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, and then we didn't have a fourth round, right? I don't think. We get to who is
Shoot,
it?
we had like 9 picks. Yeah.
McGee, I think.
McGee was a fifth round pick, right?
I
Yeah.
think it was
Yeah,
me.
because
Yeah.
we didn't have a fourth, right? So now you got McGee, who was injured coming to the year, but the last couple weeks he's been on special teams, getting reps on special teams, contributing on special teams, right? We don't know, what's the plan for him as far as incorporating him into the defense. I know they've come a long way. 9 games in the year. Maybe they'll try to ease him in. But right, I will say that he's contributing heavy. He's a heavy contributor. Because our special teams it matters, bro. Like if you're contributing heavy on special teams, like that matters. There's 3 facets of the game that you want to be good at, right? So you got McGee, and then who else we got? Baptiste, right?
Hampton, who
Hmm.
has been inactive for
Dominic,
every game,
yep, he hasn't been
and
active.
then yeah, and
Ba-
Baptiste.
Baptiste, right, which has a sack. I think he has a sack on the year, right? So he's
Yeah.
Right.
contributing and he's getting snaps on defense. I think. Let me see what he got.
He should be
Um,
back though. He should be back soon from IR.
who?
Hampton.
No, Baptiste.
Oh, they put Baptiste on IR. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
he.
that
Oh,
ankle.
okay, but he did get a sack though, right? Only got a
Yeah,
sack
he
on
got.
the year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he got
Yeah.
sacked.
Yeah, man,
A
we
few
was
games
because
ago,
we
I
was
think.
tired as a mug in the fourth quarter. Like we got to get these D line guys back. And I know Hampton has been, hurt. I mean, he's been hurt all year, so I don't know what that's about. They didn't put him on IR, so I don't know what. So like, yeah, Trail's right, man. 95%, man. This is a crazy draft, bro. So far, this is a crazy draft
Yeah.
because you could literally hit on each one of these somehow, some way, which is
Yeah.
insane. And that goes to some trades too, right? Like if he gets past the point, like, look, man, we ain't gonna win no Super Bowl. I mean, whatever his discussions is in Ashburn right now, he could be looking at this draft, be like, man, look, the draft is how we gonna really, you know, and improve this team by adding some free agents, of course. But it's crazy, man. And they pulled him immediately after that Swift play. I thought he played the next down. Maybe not. What's up, Simp? Yeah, Owens. You got to count him. I mean, he's
Yeah. He's
he's a
undrafted, but
he's
yeah.
undrafted. Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's been balling, right?
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
so that's a crazy draft. Just talking about the rookies on the offense and defense. All right. Surprise player.
Mm,
Surprise player.
who was my
Well, you know what? I'm gonna say it. Nick Allegretti has been very surprising because I will say I think it should be some competition at the left guard spot regardless of signing him because I wasn't sure about him. I mean he's been a backup at Kansas City for majority of his career. He had a couple games he started in, and the most notable was the playoff. But I was still concerned about the left side overall with trying to get a rookie tackle and trying to see who could play at guard. But Nick Allegretti, man, he's definitely been a surprise player for me, a surprise starter, and we got him locked up for 3 years too. I'll also probably say honorable mention to me, Wiley as well. Well, not really. I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna say Wiley because I can actually defend Wiley down the stretch last year. I don't think Wiley is as bad as what everybody was making him. So I'm gonna just say Nick Allegretti.
What do you think,
Um,
Bree?
I got a few names, bro. Honestly, and I know some people might look at me crazy, but Frankie Louvu and Jeremy Chin are at the top of my list because I knew what Jeremy Chin was at one point, and when they first signed him, he said out of his own mouth that he would be used a lot like a linebacker, and that really, I mean, he has been to an extent, but I mean, he's been flying around, especially the last 3 4 weeks. He's been flying around the field making plays, and which we didn't even really see that in the preseason. And then Frankie Louvu has kind of become like the heart of this defense. Like, I mean, Bobby Wagner may be like the engine and the brain behind it, but like Frankie Louvu and the energy he brings and the way he plays, he's become like the heart and soul of this defense. And I was not expecting that. I knew, the speed he played with and the aggression and all of that kind of stuff and the motor he has, but to the level that we've been seeing it this season, I didn't expect it. Um, to a lesser extent, I'm kind of surprised with De'Ami Brown when used correctly. They seem to have kind of fixed that problem that we've kind of been having with De'Ami with not using them correctly or not getting any production out of. And then Olamide Zaccheaus or Olamide, however you want to pronounce it. I didn't expect a lot from him when they first signed him, and he's been our number two receiver really this well Noah Brown now, but prior to Noah Brown coming on really in the last 2 or 3 weeks, like Zacchaeus was our number two receiver to Terry McLaurin, and he's had a few drops, but I didn't expect him to be in that role. You know what I mean? Especially without injury, and he's not only done it, but was fairly successful in it. So
Yeah,
those are the names, but I got a non rookie division because obviously you don't know
yeah.
what to expect with a rookie.
I, I think another name um probably deserves some credit as well is Noah Iganagami. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't expect much of him. I thought he was just going to be a special teams guy, but with a lack of talent in terms of the corner room, he he showed some traits why he was a first round pick. Um, Now obviously you for him being a first rounder, he was supposed to be a corner one, but for him knowing the system, Witt and Dan Quinn, he's been pretty solid as well at covering and tackling as well. So that's a guy I could see. If they want to re-sign him for him to be like a corner four or whatsoever, hey, I'm cool with that because he's definitely been solid in the opportunities he had.
Yeah.
Um, it's really funny. I'm trying to think. I wonder if Adam Peters used a lot of the scouts that were already here, because I know he brought a couple people over, but not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Or he just used the notes he had from San Fran on some of these players.
I think it'll be a
I
mixture
really
of both.
will be interested to know. Yeah, I'm sure too. Um, so that's interesting. That trail comment made you
Uh,
bring that up. Drewski, what's good, man? What's up, Slim? Um, for me, man, it's Tyler Biotis too, man. Like what he's been able to do to help Jayden has been monumental, right? Like, and his pass blocking, his run blocking, him being able to be a weapon for Cliff in the running game, in the pull game, all of those things has been like outstanding, right? Being able to do the protections up front. Um, I mean, he shut down, arguably the best one technique in the league twice, right? So I think a young quarterback needs a good veteran center, and Tyler Biotis. has definitely done that for me. So I go Tyler Biotish, man. Um, Rob went Louvu. Who's Nicholson? What am I
Probably
forgetting?
McNichols. He probably was trying to say McNichols.
Ah, McNichols. Got you. Yeah, Seaver been balling, yeah. Cyborg, yeah. Yeah,
Cyborg
man.
is wild.
I'm glad we ain't have to
Yeah,
give a
nah.
draft pick for that other dude, K
He
York.
missed what?
Goodness.
He's missed two kicks. One of them got blocked, and the other one he kicked the ground. He skipped the ground first.
Yeah, because I think
Everything
the
else has
thing
been
with
basically dead center.
yeah, and Big Simple said foul. Yeah, the thing with Seabird is like he doesn't have a lot of power.
Right.
So the further he kicks, the lower he has
The
to get under the
trajectory. Yeah.
football.
Right.
And that leads to blocks and then him kicking the dirt. If he ain't timing it right. Yeah, man. Igbo was the first rounder like 2 years ago.
From Auburn,
Mm-hmm.
He was drafted by what? Miami or Dallas?
Miami.
Miami. Right. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I think. Yep, sure enough was.
Yeah, Fowler's another one where, like I said, I think a lot of the guys that we signed in free agency, especially when you look at the deals we signed them to, it was like, oh, okay, cool. Like we
Bro,
didn't, especially with what we thought the projection of the team was going to be, we didn't expect crazy production from a lot of these guys. Like outside of like Biotis, maybe, who I mean is a center, so like how much production do you really expect from a center production? Louvu signed, I think, the longest contract that everybody right was what 3 year deal. Um,
hmm
and then outside of that, like everybody else was 1 and 2 year deals. Austin Eckler is another one. We were like, I mean,
Well, he got
okay,
two
cool,
years.
2 year, okay.
I
So
think
it was like, yeah,
Biotish and
cool, cool.
Allegretti got 3 years too. 2 3 year
That would make
deals, I think.
sense. But like a lot of these dudes, we didn't really know what to expect from them, if anything. And like Dante Fowler is leading the team in sacks, right? I think like
Yeah.
I
Yeah, don't
think
say
he
Fowler
passed
lead now. I think he
yeah
got six and a
he
half.
passed
Is it
Louisville.
6.5?
Yeah, he passed
Six and
Louisville
a
this
half.
weekend, right?
Yeah, he got six
Yeah.
and a half. I think Louisville got five,
So
Bro,
something like that. Oh, 2020, yeah.
bro, listen,
I
man.
thought it was a couple years ago. Yeah, 2020. Okay.
Every almost, I can't even say almost. Every player that we have signed and drafted in the first 3 rounds of this draft have contributed to the 7-2 record.
yeah,
Every last one of them, bro. Like, if you would have told me Dante Fowler, Dorrance Armstrong, Khalid Farrell, Frankie Louvu would have more sacks than Chase Young and Montez Sweat, I probably would have been like, I don't know. Dante Fowler is a rotational pass rusher, and he's ninth in the NFL with 6.5 sacks. Meanwhile, Montez Sweat is 44th in the NFL with three and a half.
well, we kind
Guess
of talked about
guess
that
what
in the
Chase
off
said.
season though.
NA, not
Mhm.
available.
Yes,
Mhm.
we kind of talked about that in the off season. When we were talking about free agency. It was like, and the draft for that matter was like, we'd rather have, or would you rather have, Montez Sweat at his number and what his projected sack total is, or would you rather have a rotation of, 4 or 5 guys for that same combined amount and get slightly higher production? I'll take the rotation, and is the rotation is working right now.
Mitch, why
Whoo.
you jump on X after you was on YouTube, Coach? Yeah, we could definitely get to those. Yep, both of them combined. So, like when we think about this team and these deals, like my coming to this year, my thought was, who do we have on this roster that can be solid depth pieces with a ton of starting experience that we can build this team, because we don't just need like, I mean, we need blue chippers, of course, but that's not what makes a team. Like, depth makes the team, right? Somebody, if you lose a starter, somebody could step right in for a few games and you don't miss a beat, or the beat is not that much, So, like, who, as far as these free agent signings, there are a lot of guys that we have that can be solid players, solid depth pieces, or
Mm.
even can kind of push us to draft this way or another. Say, you know what, we have this guy, so maybe we can take this pick instead of this pick this year. Like that's what you want. That's what I would think that they want going into this all season. But I can't wait to the end of the year. Once our season ends, to look at this roster and say, well, who should we keep and who we shouldn't? Because it's a lot
That's
of
gonna be
guys
really
on here that,
interesting.
yeah,
Like they playing themselves into some money,
yeah,
like a
for
lot
sure,
of them.
for sure. And I didn't expect this many because a lot of
I don't
them
think
really
they
are.
expected it because otherwise they'd probably sign a lot of them to bigger deals.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right,
what up, Glenn?
biggest impact player.
Non-Jane Daniels division again.
Outside of Jayden Daniels. Jayden Daniels too easy. It's all good,
Um,
Mitch. It's all good, buddy. What's up, Glenn?
um,
I like every piece we have as the core right now, but corner.
So I kind of go ahead, DC. You got it. I'm kind of stuck between two or three people. Um, I
Biggest
mean,
biggest impact player, chat. Which I got.
I think Terry for sure, but that's largely in part to Jayden though. But like I think we finally unlocking that kind of fourth gear of Terry that we haven't
yeah.
seen because of poor quarterback play. But like stretching the field, him extending the play and throwing he's doing everything at this point. Even some of the things that he's been questioned on in the past, and he's still body catching a lot. But you know what I mean, like he's making plays down the field, intermediate, in the middle of the field, on the sidelines, in the end zone. Like he's doing all the things and still doing a great job blocking too. But Terry is kind of like an asterisk to it because again a big part of Terry's impact is based on Jayden Daniels.
Um, yeah, I agree, but I
Brian
will
Robinson was my
say,
next one too, Trill.
mhm, I will say outside the ones that been on the thing, I'll say Frankie Louvu's impact has been very tremendous.
Yeah,
Dude is a
he's another one.
dude is a can of energy. Um, we always joke about him like we gotta tell him to calm down a bit when he's trying to rush the passer or go make a play. Like he's just a maniac, bro.
Right.
Like I'll say Frankie Louvu, man.
Yeah. Coach Mitch went Louvu, Trail B Rob, Big Simp B Rob. Yeah, I agree, man. Like B Rob is has a have a big impact, but um, yeah, I mean, you just saw C Rob have a good game, right?
I'm not
So,
gonna lie. My fault. My fault. Go ahead,
oh,
Deuce. My
you go,
bad. I
go
didn't mean
ahead,
to
go
cut
ahead,
you
go
off,
ahead, go
bro.
ahead.
Not like as I'm thinking about it, like B Rob's impact. You can see B Rob's impact by when he's not on the field, right? Like how different the offense is. But to that point, like Austin Eckler has had a huge impact this season. In the run game, in the screen game, he's run two kicks back this. Although only one I ended up counting, but He's also run two kicks back. Like Austin Eckler's had a very huge impact, on this team. On again, not just offense, but in special teams as well. Um, so yeah, shout out to B Rob. His impact is every time he misses a game or misses plays, like you see truly how big of an impact he has. But Austin Eckler is definitely holding his own in that department as well.
Yeah, for sure. Um, can we win games without B Rob? Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Is it easier with him? Yeah. Because what he's able to do in between the tackles, and his vision from last year to this year is crazy. Like it's improved dramatically. On what he's able to do. So I definitely think he has a big impact.
Yeah.
But for me, it's Bobby Wagner. Um,
Oh, that's a good one.
yeah, I think his ability to make sure people are in the right place, the way he communicates, um, he might not be the guy we once knew. I think he's more effective when he's able to read the actual play and he did that against the Bears a lot. That was probably his best game because he read the play a ton. So him having that ability to be able to do that, put people in the right place, I think has been a big impact on the field for sure. Um, B Rob is a boost for Egdo when he's playing. Yeah, he like them two together has been great when both of them is healthy. That 1-2 punch, having both of them in the backfield,
Yeah.
has been great for sure. Um, with those two guys. All right. Best coach, man. I'm starting off. I'm starting off.
I mean, I
OG Bobby Johnson.
yeah.
OG Bobby Johnson. Like, I was one of the ones that was concerned about the move. But as I thought about it, as a couple in like a month or so, just thinking about it, I wasn't as um concerned because of Brian Johnson and Anthony Lynn. Having both of those guys there, I think was going to help him out a lot. But the guy's been cooking, bro. Like what he's been able to do, slow cook with Brandon Coleman, you be able to see what it tastes like in this past game when he going up against Ojuri and Brian Burns. What he was his reps against Hendrickson, his reps against Miles, like those reps against some elite pass rushers in the league, has just been great, outstanding. So like for me, man, it's definitely been. I mean, look at Wiley. Wiley's playing so much better, and it's a group effort for sure. It's not like he went in there and was like, "I'm the magic, got the magic potion on how to make Wiley better." He has better players too than what they had last year, but just the fear and the concern when we first signed him and everything that we heard from his two previous stops, he's definitely it for me. So for me, it's Bobby Johnson.
Okay,
Let's
so
hear you on.
before I go, I need to ask for clarity. Does this best coach include assistant coach or just the main 3 to 4 coaches that everybody's under?
Nah.
I mean, they not assistant coaches. Like Bobby Johnson is the O line coach.
Ola.
He's not an
I mean,
assistant.
I'm saying like you didn't say like
I'm
OC or DC or special team coach. You said like
Like
position
coach in
coach.
general, positional
Oh
coaches,
yeah. Oh
regular
yeah.
coaches, whatever.
And
I got two answers, so
Yeah.
yeah, I got 2 answers too. I'm gonna
Without
say
saying Dan Quinn, of course.
yeah, no. Dan
okay,
Quinn is
yeah,
not my answer.
yeah.
Either one of
I'm
my
gonna
answers,
I'm
respectfully.
gonna say I'm gonna say Cliff Kingsbury and Anthony Lynn. That that combination, Anthony Lynn, we know him from his days coaching the running back position, getting the best out of that group. He got B Rob, he got Eckler. We know Eckler has been a baller. McNichols been a baller, and we just seen Chris Rodriguez had a solid game. Like the running back room combined with this offense, and Cliff Kingsbury has fully reinvented himself a year from the NFL, and he's one of the best offensive minds in the league. Man, his name is legit up there right now with guys like Andy Reid, Kyle Shanahan, uh, old boy Ben Johnson from the Lions, uh, our guy O'Connell with Minnesota. Like he has reinvented himself, and this offense looks ridiculous. But I also have to shout out Anthony Lynn because I think that was the biggest hire as well with Cliff Kingsbury.
So I feel like mine might be cheating a little bit, but I don't care. Um, I'm going with the collection of Cliff Kingsbury, Tavita Pritchard, Brian Johnson, and David Blau. Right, for how that we knew Jayden Daniels was good, right? But I don't think it's any coincidence that surrounding this rookie quarterback with a bunch of guys that have not only played quarterback in college, but have not to Vita Pritchard, but they all played quarterback in the NFL at various levels and stages. And how they helped prepare Jayden for NFL football. Like Jayden has surpassed everybody's expectations of him. Even the people who had the highest expectations for Jayden, he surpassed those to the point that he's playing in a lot of people's eyes at a somewhat MVP caliber level. If it wasn't for Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes and guys like that, um, so how those guys came together to help prepare him for the NFL, and not just prepare him, but to have what I believe is a succession plan if and when Cliff Kingsbury and some of those other guys leave for better jobs, higher ranking jobs. Um, and the output that they've gotten out of Jayden, in addition to the work he puts in on the, by itself with the VR and all that kind of stuff, but the way that those guys have helped develop Jayden and prepare him for NFL football, I mean, I think they're all at some point due for promotions and whether that's here or elsewhere. I think they're Jayden Daniels is going to get all of those dudes paid someplace. So how that quarterback development group kind of came together. That's my coach of the year so far.
All right.
I like that, man. Um, what do we got next? Best draft pick, not Jayden Daniels.
Brandon Coleman.
Brandon Coleman. We've been looking for a tackle
Bro,
forever.
is it pop, bro? We talked about this a few times.
Mm-hmm.
If you get you a franchise left tackle and quarterback in the same draft, bro, this got to be the best draft ever.
I mean, I think it's got to be Brandon Coleman by default, simply based on the fact that it seems like it's entirely possible we may have a franchise left tackle. Not saying that we got Trent Williams 2.0 or nothing like that. We don't necessarily need that. But if he can be our franchise left tackle for the next however long Jayden is our franchise quarterback, um, like he's got to be your second best draft pick. I would think, unless Sam still turns into Darrell Revis or something like that. Like outside of that, or Jason Newton turns into Aaron Donald. Like if those things, unless those things were to happen, like I think Brandon Coleman has to be your second best draft pick, being a franchise left tackle.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is he doesn't have to be Trent Williams. He has to be himself.
Right.
And we know with Washington the history, I would say, with that position. Before Trent Williams, we had Chris Samuels, and then we had,
Right.
therefore it was a bunch of solid left tackle play we had, and I'm just very excited for what we've seen from Brandon Coleman so far.
Best free agent signing.
Ooh,
This one is a little difficult.
yeah,
This one is
this
a little more
you got me right here.
because like there are like
Mm,
six guys you could pick from and make a solid case for. Um, I would have to probably lean towards Bobby Wagner or Frankie Louvu. Um, but I mean, you have Austin Eckler, you have Tyler Biadasz, you have um, Jeremy Chin, Austin Siebert for that matter. Like there's a list of guys that you could count towards that. But I think my vote would probably go towards Frankie Louvu or Bobby Wagner.
So tell me why
yeah.
people don't believe in Adam Peters. Like,
And
why do
Fowler,
people
I
say
forgot Dante Fowler too.
if
I
he doesn't
apologize.
make a move, this is like a notch on him, or he's not good, or he wasn't like we can't even decide who the best free agent signing was.
I mean, the best, even the best two
What's
draft
up,
picks. The
Jay?
caveat is it being quarterback and left tackle, being like your two premium positions. Outside of that, like we already stated that 95%, like this is a 95% hit, and the one that hasn't been a hit to this point is Dominic Hampton, and he hasn't played because he's been hurt. Everybody that's played has produced from top to bottom.
Jay says Nick Allegretti. Rob says Bobby Wagner. Trail says Biotis, Fowler, Wagner are his top three in that order. Y'all know I'm going to be Biotis. That's mine.
Yeah, bro. This is tough, bro. Every free agent, everybody is balling, bro. But
Yeah, I mentioned we ain't mentioned. Go ahead. I'll wait. Go ahead, BT.
bro, let's be real.
Okay.
Ain't nobody when free agents start, ain't nobody believe that notification that Bobby Wagner was coming into the nation's capital was real. I'm
Hold
tripping
up.
in that.
Hold up. Hold up. It was one person who called it, who said it made too much sense. Oh, now we gonna act like we don't remember. Okay.
Who said it? Oh, you don't count. If I ain't watching, it don't count. But anyway,
Plus he using us. He probably getting like a discount going to Howard. Probably using the DC address.
See that man getting DC tagged? Bobby Wagner going
Right.
to Howard getting DC tag money.
Oh man. Oh, look at this guy.
Yeah,
have you
they
seen
they
these
they
events?
not.
The only right.
Yeah,
The
I'm
only
looking
way it
at
could
it.
be better
Man.
if it's their hoist up that Lombardi. That's the only way.
Yeah,
Um,
I ain't touching that one, Trill.
yeah, that's the only way. But yeah, who you got, DT? You said Wagner?
Between Wagner and Cyber, bro.
Yeah, Cyber been clutch.
Yeah, man. I mean, the fact,
Like Cyber
like I
legit
said,
won us a game. Cyber legit won us a game.
yeah, not like last minute. Like he scored all the points in one
He scored
game.
all the points.
Like, but like Cybert, and Dan Quinn both know who and what he is. Right? He's not going to be booming 64-yard field goals. That's not who and what he is. But he is his accuracy to this point in the season. Knock on wood, is like next level elite. Like I said, he has this kick at a very low trajectory because of his leg strength. Fine, whatever, cool with that. He's had one kick get blocked and one that he shanked because he kicked the ground
And he
first.
also made a
Every,
50 plus, right? Didn't he
He
make a
I
did.
think he
50
made
plus?
one. I think he made
Yeah.
one right around 50. Yeah,
Baltimore.
but but I think almost everything else has not only been good, it's been dead center. Like it's gone over the center bar in the middle of the goalpost almost every time. Like that has to account for something, man. Trail, no, we're not doing that, Trail. No, mm, nah. They getting better, but they also, mm.
Boy.
Oh
Let's see.
man. I'm glad. All
Uh,
right. So now we're gonna talk about you Trail.
mm-mm.
Uh,
We're gonna talk about Pro Bowl, All Pro, Coach of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Coach of the Year, Executive of the Year. Um, like who from our team, if anybody, can be up or can possibly win this award as far as the 9 games we played mid-season? Do we have anyone? Um, I'm going to start with Executive of the Year. I say yes. That's easy. Adam Peters. Which I think.
Without question. I mean,
well,
at this point,
question.
if he doesn't win it, I'd be shocked if he doesn't win it.
Um, Coach of the Year. Um, I tell you what, Trail, you are persistent, buddy.
Trail end up on ESPN now. He the biggest homer and everything. I see what you're doing, Trail. I see what it is. I see what it is.
He love his cornerbacks, boy.
Yeah. Um,
Coach of the
you said
Year,
coach of the year.
Dan Quinn. I
I,
think he's
I
can
think
get it.
I think he's definitely in the running. I don't know if he'll get it ultimately. But he as of right now, he's definitely in the running. I mean,
Who we got? We got Raheem Morris.
Raheem
Um,
Morris, Dan Quinn. The Vikings are starting to fall off. So they, Man, what's the coach's name? Um,
I mean, what
is it
about
O'Connell?
Andy Reid?
Nah, man,
Even
he
though they
crazy.
playing, I mean, bruh,
Hang on,
even though
hang on.
people like if people say that Mahomes is playing, he's worse than all the quarterbacks, or whatever people saying, and they still 7-0 or 9-0, 8-0, whatever they are. It
Hang
got to
on,
be
man.
coaching, man. I mean, they have a ton of injuries. I mean, they have a ton of injuries, bro, and they still finding ways to win. And it's not because of elite ball players.
Trail
Hang
said he's
on,
trying to
man.
get a sixth rounder for number 13. Right? Oh, now he's number 13. Oh, now he's number 13. 12 months ago, it was the Forbes list. Now, you know what?
Oh man, he said
Hey,
KC
man.
getting whooped. Oh, let me see. Let me look at this number. But who
Yeah,
else though? All right, so like Quinn, if you want to say O'Connell, Raheem Morris, who else?
Um,
Dan
Dan Campbell.
Campbell.
Dan Campbell.
Um, I don't know, man.
I'm gonna be real, man. I understand we gotta have other nominees and stuff, but we are talking about a Washington franchise that has been at the bottom of the well
Yeah,
for almost 30 plus years.
yeah.
Yeah.
And say what y'all want for a lot of people about 2012. We didn't start off 7-2. We started off 3-6 when we had RG3. This
So far.
these two guys, these three guys, the Hogs group, AP and Dan Quinn, literally turned this franchise from dwellers to first place in the NFC East, second seed in currently in the NFC with a rookie quarterback and already broken the over unders for their win totals.
Yeah. Smack Vegas right in the face.
If he doesn't win it, dog.
They got to keep. Yeah, as of right now, I would definitely say Dan Quinn.
Yeah. I mean, I think his
He
biggest
might run the
competition would
house
really
on
been
these
O'Connell
awards.
in Minnesota. But like I said, Minnesota is falling back to earth now at this point. Um, yeah.
All right. I don't think so, but defensive rookie of the year.
No.
I don't think we have anybody. Not right now.
Now, as of this point, now we still got
Yeah.
half a season to go. I think you do have two candidates in Summerstill and Newton who could potentially just go crazy, but they're gonna have to go like stupid to go like win
Yeah, because
defensive rookie of the
Beanie
year though.
Bishop has been like going crazy.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
some other people too. So I mean, the dude in Philly, um, I can't think of his name.
Quinion.
Quinion Mitchell. He's been going crazy too.
yeah.
Um, Rookie of the year.
Jayden Daniels will win offensive rookie of the year. like,
I got
like,
5 on it.
yeah,
Yeah, they lied to us, Miss Janet. They sure enough
yeah, they
did.
definitely lied.
Frauds.
They
All right,
they didn't just
Pro.
lie to us. They laughed us out about hiring Bobby Johnson.
Yeah. Even I mean, we did. I mean, we was concerned. I was like, it's the
We
worst
we
hire,
were we were yeah
worst
we were.
hire, everything. All right, Pro Bowl. How many we got, man? We got
Jayden,
Jayden,
Terry,
Terry,
Fowler,
Fowler,
Luvu.
Uvu,
I think Biotis can make a case.
Yadish.
Um,
I mean, Brian Robinson can get back in the groove. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Eckler's he's on pace for over 1,000 all-purpose yards. Who else?
Hey,
Oh,
man.
Sam Cosmi, of course. Like that's what I
Cosby,
was about to
yeah.
say, bro. We have not mentioned him one time. And he's literally probably going to be an all pro because Youngin is balling out.
He's
He's
like
going
he's like
crazy.
top 3 guard in the league right
Yeah,
now.
he's like going crazy, bro.
Yeah.
We ain't even mentioned him the whole show.
Yeah, like we ain't mentioned his name all season because he's done nothing to get talked about. Like he hasn't made any mistakes. Like it's crazy.
No, trust Way ain't his stats not even accumulated yet. He
I
only
mean,
got
he went three
punts.
games without punting the ball.
Yeah, his
Like
punts
you know
not
what
even
I'm saying? Like,
accumulated. But the crazy thing is when he's due, he's kicking at an elite level. Like that's what's crazy.
Say that wear and tear.
Yeah.
yeah, hey.
Somebody said they Jayden prolonging his career. I forgot who that was. That's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Yeah, man. So we could have like 6 people in the Pro Bowl, man,
I could
which is
easily see
crazy.
4.
That happened when you
Easily
win.
see 4. Yeah.
Yeah, true that. True that. All right. Pro Bowl.
We just did pro. You mean all pro?
I mean all pro. My bad. My bad.
So all pro is different because there are specific limitations on how many people are voted all pro. So like if I don't think Jayden will get all pro because again you have Lamar Jackson, you have Patrick Mahomes, you have Joe Burrow, like you have those guys that'll probably get voted ahead of him in the all pro voting. But he, in my opinion, he's playing at an all pro level. But I don't think he'll be voted all pro.
Not so fast. Not
Say it.
so
Oh,
fast.
D was at the game. That's crazy.
Yeah, I seen it
I
talking
think.
about Ghost Steelers.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mahomes got hurt.
Oh boy.
Now,
The Wizards. Okay.
I think with
All
Jayden
right. What we get?
Daniels, when you look at all the graphs and whatsoever, I know people are not going to look at graphs, but it's truly amazing to me that Jayden Daniels and Lamar Jackson are legit tied in terms of efficiency, EPA, whatsoever. I think I think Jayden is going to get that. Oh, he's hurt, bro. Mahomes is hurt, dog. I'm sorry. I'm not on my live TV. He is hurt.
So
Like
I can't
hurt.
watch the game because
Yeah,
my TV is behind me.
he getting carried. He's getting carried off the field
Oh no. Like on the stretcher or
by two people.
we gonna come back on that joint limping back in the game?
I
What?
just say they gonna tape him up, shoot him up. He be alright, man. He done that before.
Carson Wentz nasty.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm,
yeah, he's in the game. I got to watch this. I got to
oh,
watch this
oh, they
now.
just scored apparently, but
Oh, with
man,
Carson Wentz?
no, they scored with Mahomes.
Oh God.
But man, I think this might be they might go in on Jayden, bro. I think they might go in. I think everybody's gonna go with me, darling. I think Jayden,
You see, you being dramatic, and he said they carrying them all. Like he walking
bro,
all the field.
bro, you did not see it. He
No,
got carried
he
off,
just walked like the last 4 yards
bro.
off the field.
Bro, he got carried off the field, bro.
Man, no,
somebody said no.
he made it seem
Bro,
like they bar left with him off the
it
field or
was
something,
two.
man.
Yes, they did. It was two people
Somebody
carrying him off the field.
somebody said non-contact.
Oh.
Like he legit got carried, bro.
So he scored a touchdown, and then he got
Oh,
hurt.
yeah, that knee. Look at his face, man.
I ain't watching it anymore.
I
Was it
can't see it
bad?
right
I
now.
ain't watching that though.
Bro, he gotta get carried like that, bro. And it took forever to get off the field. He hurt, bro.
Oh,
Might not be hurt.
I didn't realize it was raining. Oh boy.
But
Um,
finish point, I
who
think
else?
Jayden's gonna be
Jaden Daniels. Who else?
Terry.
Terry.
Terry. All pro? Oh no.
Nah, because
What's gonna be how many
you only get
is it three? Is it
3
three quarterbacks or two?
for it's one per team. So what
Or AFC,
they go two
NFC?
team? Nah, it's first team, second team.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so it's only one quarter. Okay, so it's two quarterbacks.
It's one
Okay,
quarterback per team. Yeah, that's what
how
I'm
many wide
saying. You know,
receivers? Four,
three per team, three I think,
three.
because they do
Let
two
me
tight
see.
ends.
Terry can
So they
get
probably,
6. He can be 6 out of the NFC.
if I'm not mistaken, it's three quarterbacks, but it's not broken up by conference though. It's
Oh, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. So it's league
That's gonna
wide,
be
three
tough.
per team.
That's gonna be tough.
So if they
Well,
broke it up by conference, like I could see Jayden having a stronger chance. But NFL, like all league, all pro, and you get one quarterback per team. I don't know.
Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, one quarterback, one running back, one fullback, one tight end.
It was one tight. I thought he had
Um,
two tight ends last year. I thought he had
no, this is
Kittle and
one
somebody
here.
else last year.
No, far as first
You look
team, but each
you
team.
looking at the APL pro team,
Yeah,
Associated
NFL,
Press. You
NFL.
you on NFL.com?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I thought the AP was like the official All Pro.
Well, don't they get it from them? And isn't the NFL joint
Mm,
the
nah, I
Associated
think.
Press?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is what they the NFL don't have like a. It's not like two of them. It's Associated Press through NFL or whatever.
Oh, I'm
Um,
sorry. Okay, it is fullback. Okay, my bad. My bad.
the wide receivers 1, 2, 3. So you get 4.
What you looking at? Cause
Yeah, you get 4 wide receivers. Yeah, go to
I'm on
put up
AP right now.
put up
Last year, Tyreek
2023.
Hill, C.D. Lamb, and Amon-Ra St. Brown got it for first team.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. My bad. 4. Yeah, so yeah, 3 wide receivers. So 6. Yep. I
And
don't
you get
know.
one. You get one lineman per team. I mean, one per position per team.
Well,
So
what
they
I
they
do know
basically
is so
they basically
far,
doing like
I don't
11
think
personnel basically.
Tyreek Hill is not gonna get it if he continue to have the season. CD,
C.D. Lamb
I
not
know.
gonna get it. I don't
How
think.
is Amar injury
Well, he
bad?
hurt.
I'm not sure. CD not gonna have Dak for a few weeks.
Well, C.D. hurt
Um,
too, ain't he?
yeah.
he played. AJ Brown, Puka been he's back.
He got hurt again
Um,
too.
I thought he got thrown out the game. Oh,
Oh
he
yeah,
been
yeah,
hurt
because he
this
got.
year for sure. Yeah, yeah. Brandon Ayuk out for the year. Mike Evans, he's out for the year. Um,
So
I don't
all right.
know,
So who's
man.
Terry's
There's on
competition that would be healthy?
the only competition will be Jettis, Jamar Chase, um,
AJ Brown,
A,
Smitty,
He been hurt. He been hurt though. He been
AJ
Puka.
been
hurt.
hurt, bro.
But yeah, he got like
Puka
nine,
just came
seven
back.
games left.
Yeah, but I'm
Man.
saying like we don't.
Terry
You
can at
probably
least
look at
get
the
second team All Pro. He can at least get second team All
I
Pro.
could I could I could possibly see that, especially with guys being hurt and stuff like that too. I could see it.
and last year, remember Jettas and Chase not even on that jump because they was hurt last year. Jettas had 1,000 yards in like 6 games. He ain't make it. I don't know, man. It's gonna be easy. All right, who else? Terry, possibly Jayden. Who else?
Cosby.
Yeah.
Cosme, I could see Cosme.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
That's really
I
it
think
for
that's
me.
probably it for offense. Yeah. Um,
What about
and I
defense?
Nobody.
I don't think nobody on defense. No.
Bye bye.
Aaron Donald will make the. Oh yeah, he retired this year. It's gonna be interesting, man.
And then they get two corners.
They get a slot too, though.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm still okay.
Well,
Tough.
Deron Bland, he ain't gonna make it. Sauce ain't gonna make it. He gonna be getting cooked. Um, so it's gonna be interesting, man, to see how this plays out.
I
It's
mean,
definitely gonna be
CD might
interesting to see how it's played out. Oh, you already
might
said he's good. Looks like a bad sprain ankle. So some people say it doesn't look good. Glenn say it doesn't look good. It looks like a bad sprain. URE saying he good. DT saying they Byron left Wisdom off the field.
They, bro,
Saw
they
him walk
legit.
past 5 yards.
See, man, that's why you can't pay attention, bro. You gotta look one way like this, bro. You gotta look like this, bro. He's getting carried off the field, man. Russ,
It's interesting, man. I think we got a good team, man. We got a good team. I think we got a good roster. It's a roster of guys that's contributing heavily. They might not be big names, but they balling out. So we're gonna see
I'm
how
gonna
all this turns out.
I'm gonna push that Terry off, bro.
I ain't mad at you. Cause look, I told somebody I forgot who around with team. I was like, man, bro, I'd rather Curry have 2 catches for 2 touchdowns than 5 catches for 86 yards.
Absolutely. And I think Terry would rather have that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If yeah, give me the touchdowns and the win. I'll take that. Forget them catches. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
So and in the red zone, both of them. Well, the
Yeah.
last one wasn't the red zone, was it? Was it outside of the 20?
I think it was outside. I think it was just
Yeah.
outside the 20.
Yeah, because then he got like
Right
what,
outside the
40
20.
some yards
Yeah.
receiving or whatever. But yeah, give me that. Give me 2 touchdowns, 2 tutties. Y'all can have the 5 catches
If
or whatever.
if Terry could double his touchdown output, his highest touchdown output,
Bro, he's
and
already on
we
pay. Oh, let me see where he's at.
yeah
Hold on.
He's one way
he,
from
he got
tying his rookie record.
his rookie record is 7. He has 6 right now. Like I said, he's
Oh,
going to he could easily double it. Easily.
man.
Like
The only competition I see is Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase. I don't think Garrett's gonna get it. I don't see CD. Zay Flowers having a good year, but nah.
not over Terry, I don't think.
I think Terry might get all pro dog. The way he
Yep,
playing,
rookie, he has 7. Like I said, 4 in 2020, 5 in 21, 5 in 22,
He
4
had
in
4 all
23.
of last year, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he got 6 right now.
Yeah. He's
And we
on
still
pace for
got
12.
8 games left.
Yeah.
Look, he walking right back out that jump.
he walking out there and he want
It's
to.
crazy. People probably was like, "Oh yeah, we got a chance now," but y'all just say he was a bum and he wasn't playing good. Like, which one is it? Like, you excited he not playing, or you rather him play because he playing like trash? I don't know. All right, man, you about to get up out of here, man. What y'all got, man?
Another week, man. Them
Hey,
yellow people finna come to the city.
you got my alma mater, my alumni going crazy too on Facebook.
What you
Appreciate
mean?
that, Breeze. From y'all game
Oh,
this last
ha!
week.
Hey, listen.
They calling them
Um,
out. The coaches is trash.
let me
This
put
is
this on real
trash.
quick. Listen, you don't hold on. You don't call out the defending champions for your
Oh,
homecoming
let
game.
me try to put the jacket on. Wait a
You
minute. Wait
don't.
a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
You
Just remember
don't.
the Titans.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Mm-mm.
Remember the Titans, ain't
Listen,
it?
That's nasty.
nah, no sir, no sir. This is the Dunbar Crimson Tide, which I am the wide receiver coach for. You do not schedule the defending champions for your homecoming game. That's just
Oh, that
not
was the
something you.
homecoming?
Yeah, that
That
was
was
the
crazy.
homecoming
You supposed to
game.
pick the sorriest school.
Which, by the way, the Commanders then made the game of the week, right? And they proceeded. I don't want to put the school's name out there, Deuce. If you want to, feel free, brother. But the Commanders made it the game of the week, and then the team went out there and lost. The home team went out there and lost 53-0.
Insane.
And that's what
Horrible.
happens when
So
you when
what you
you
mean
when
the
you mess
commanders
around.
made the game of the week?
So they do like different every week. They pick a different school. You know how many different schools it is in the area. So a lot of times it's not a DC school. And I think Josh Morgan had a lot to do with this particular game because he's also
Yeah.
alumni at that school. And they made it because it was homecoming. They made it the game of the week. So like the Commanders had all kind of activations and stuff during the game. Tutty was out there. Josh Morgan was out there. They had a bunch of different stuff. And I heard the tailgate was great. Um, but once the game started, the final score was 53-0. And yeah, you don't. That's how you mess around and find out in real time. So
All
you
right,
know,
man. Thank you for that soliloquy. We appreciate it, Breeze. Appreciate everybody for listening. Appreciate everybody for watching. We know your time is very valuable for you to spend it with us. We definitely appreciate it. Remember, do it because you love it, not because it loves you. One beat, one sound, one heart. And that Bama threw a touchdown pass like a jump shot. One
the
love.
Tide, baby.